Hey Virgos, welcome to July 2019. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, so four cards popped out. We have the Hanged Man, which is all about being okay with the sacrifice, being okay with letting go. However, there's going to be a lot of judgment. So something's going on this month, Virgo, where you guys need to kind of start questioning and looking at the possibility of letting go of something that you don't necessarily want to let go of, but you have to, because at the end of the day, the grounding energy that is really being pulled out of you, what I mean by that is you're more chaotic with this situation, and it's working against you because it's severing that grounding energy that a Virgo as an earth sign needs so desperately. It is being severed, so you have to let go and be okay with letting go as a form of self-preservation, okay? And I know that kind of works against the Virgo energy, which is all about service to others. Now it's all about serving yourself, and the judgment that you receive is just because of what was just mentioned, where you feel the need to serve others. So you're going to harbor in and manifest in a lot of judgment from other people to kind of confirm that maybe you should just be serving others and not serving yourself, but it's just a projection of your own insecurities being mirrored back to you through other people who take advantage of the fact that you're so service oriented, right? Especially if you're moon in Virgo. So it's all about letting go and embracing the judgment, seeing the judgment as just confirmation that you've been doing way too much for other people and not putting yourself first. Like, when is the last time you actually put yourself first? Like, actually thought about a situation where I'm doing this for me and I don't care about how it affects other people. I don't care about who is upset. I'm doing this for me first, right? Really, like, take a serious look and look back and be like, when is the last time that I did something just for the benefit of myself and didn't even think about other people through that process, through that thought process? If you can't remember that last time, this is your month to do it. Do one small act of me thing so you can show the universe that you want more things that embrace your uniqueness, embrace your self-care and what you need to do in order to put yourself first, okay? What that does, Virgo, is it makes you realize that you've invested a lot of energy, power, time, money into other people, and it kind of just leaves you empty, right? Because you'll get a little bit of your cup filled, and then you'll pour it out to other people. You'll get a little bit more filled up, and you pour it out. So it is time now to recognize that it's okay to let go. It's okay for people to judge the fact that you're making these sacrifices in order to be more self-serving. And what that does is it brings in a new energy, new positive energy. And look what it leaves the family. It leaves the family fending for themselves. And when they fend for themselves, they rise up, right? I was just looking at this post on Instagram, and it was this kid doing a ribbon routine, and it matched the routine on YouTube perfectly. And somebody commented saying, kids are immortal when you just believe in them, when you give them that opportunity to shine. Virgo energy has that critique, right? It looks at the inner child, it looks at kids, and like I said, your inner child, it looks at yourself and says, no, don't do that. It has to be within these parameters. It has to be within this critique. It has to be within this, standard. And as soon as you put that on yourself, as soon as you tell your inner child that, it just completely demolishes any creative expression, any opportunity for fun and excitement and just, impromptu energy and innovativeness. So what happens, Virgo, when you let go of that need to kind of critique and put things in a tight little label, cupboard, whatever? What that does is it shows your family, hey, I have room to grow. I'm not being critiqued right now. I'm going to rise up and just live up to my own standard. I did the same thing with my mom. My mom is a double Virgo. What I am doing is just foreshadowing what she could possibly say and then doing it. That's really how you serve a Virgo. Like, if you're watching this for a Virgo, just anticipate what they might critique, anticipate what their needs might be, and then do it for them. If you know that they get home and they have a routine of, cleaning the kitchen and then making dinner, clean the kitchen and then make dinner, you know, anticipate their needs. And that's really how you speak to their love language. And that works for you, Virgo. If you find that can't even articulate what you need from your partners, from your family members, just, you know, show them. Be like, well, what do I do that would be helpful if you did it instead, right? So what your July 2019 Virgo is all about is deception. You're being taken from, you're totally being used, fully taken advantage of. Serving others has now shifted into the negative side of it, the dark side of service to others. Think about Black Friday, you know what I mean? Or Black Thursday or whatever, Black Friday. As soon as stores are serving consumers in a way that is out of the ordinary, it's a frenzy where they're actually like, there could be like violent outbursts, right? Right now, because of all of those Black Friday deals you've been doing when it comes to your relationships, you know, giving everybody the service that they need, whether it's just time, money, energy, whatever, you've been doing your Black Friday deals, people are going through a frenzy. They're taking advantage. They want more. There's nothing that will stop them until you say, hey, sale's over, you know, sale's done. We're back to normal regular pricing. As soon as that happens, that's when people will be like, okay, I've taken advantage of Virgo for far too long. Sales up, sales ended, I gotta pay full price. Equal exchange of energy. Because of this energy, Virgo, because of this person taking from you, the obstacle and the aid is you feeling incredibly pinned down, feeling trapped, feeling taken advantage of, feeling drained, rightfully so. All of this energy is feeding back into it though. So it's the obstacle and the aid. You need to get up here to be like, enough is enough. And guess what? You're at that threshold of where enough is enough. And you kind of need to thank that point of pressure, right? That point of pain in order to say, okay, I'm there now. This is as far as I go, right? So deception is there. Somebody in your family and friends taking from you. It's based on a female air sign energy. So female air sign is feminine energy, more feminine than you. So more sensitive, more nurturing, more beta, like more submissive than you. And they are Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. This person is so single-minded that it's frustrating. They're not really visionaries because they're so head in the clouds. There's not enough grounding energy where that's what they're really taking from you. And this is a person you need to let go of and be okay with making that sacrifice. Subconsciously, you know you need to take some sort of risk. You know it would be foolish not to. You're losing so much power by holding on that it's now getting to a point where you're like, okay, I know that it's foolish to be doing this. I'm smarter than this. I deserve more than this. I can let go and everything be okay. But you're also thinking that you've created this situation. You're the reason why everything is like this in a way because you've allowed it into your life. But that's okay, right? You're human, right? Virgo energy always kind of wants to be perfect and have that appearance of perfect, but you can't get to perfect without failing. You can't get to perfect without making mistakes. And it's even Oliver Stone, who is a Virgo, when he's asked, what do you think about your latest project? What do you think about your latest movie? He's like, it's not perfect. I'm a Virgo. It'll never be perfect. So I hate it. But watch it and it's amazing, right? That level of standard of perfection ripples into all aspects of your life. And if something isn't perfect and you're just pushing it, trying to get it to a level of perfection, it's going to be a fail. It's going to be an epic fail. Maybe just embracing that this is an imperfect situation that you can never perfect is enough to kind of let go and release and say, you know, I've put enough into that project. I'm ready to move on, especially if your Venus is in Virgo. So this is how you guys are being seen right now. Kind of young. It's a young earth energy. It's almost like people are looking at you being like, wow, Virgo, usually you're so mature and responsible. This is kind of weird for you. Like now that's where that judgment is coming in when you do decide that, hey, it's time to let go in order to bring in something new that's going to really empower my family. People are going to be looking at you being like, wow, Virgo, you haven't done something like that since you were a kid. Like this is some new energy, especially when it comes to your family and friends, this young water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, they especially are like, wow, Virgo, this reminds me of when we were kids and you were younger that you would do something like this. So that's a good sign. That means that this family and friend member is helping you with this because they're reminding you that as a kid, it was a lot easier for you to take these risks. And it wasn't until you reached adulthood where you started to get a lot more responsible. And adulthood, it's not as fun as you thought it was going to be. You didn't think this level of responsibility and it's a lot, right? Especially because it's reminding you of your parents as adults, and them, especially if they weren't happy, that's going to remind you of how much responsibility can be crippling sometimes, and feeling like you need to be taking care of everybody and servicing everybody. So this is an interesting one, Virgo, is your hope and fear, emotional happiness. So really questioning why you would fear happiness, right? Why would that be fearful? A lot of the times I find that the fear of happiness is because once you're happy, that means that, something can be taken away from you. When you're up here, you can be pulled back down. So a lot of the fear is that when you're happy, it's what happens after. It's after the happily ever after. But you can ride the high. You can definitely ride the high. So don't fear happiness. Embrace it, because it is coming. But there obviously is going to be some work on your part. And I think that also speaks to the fear of that happiness, of what you have to let go of, what you have to sacrifice, and the judgment you have to endure in order to get to that level of emotional happiness, and who you're hurting on the way. Hurting, right? Not enabling on the way. So Virgo, your July 2019 is all about this person taking from you behind your back. You're being used. You're being taken advantage of. It's enough is enough. You've created this situation, but that's okay, because now that you've recognized and placed ownership on the fact that you've created this deception and using and taking advantage of, you can start to say, okay, I need to move on. I've been looking at this situation for far too long, just trying to mold it and perfect it and fit it into these standards. It's time for me to just take the plunge and move on. And what that does is it brings in a new air sign energy that's younger, fresh, more exciting. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, to replace this air sign. So maybe you already know this younger air sign that you can kind of like replace the older air signs energy with, or maybe it's a new person that comes in. But either way, this young air sign needs to come in to remind you that there are positive qualities of being innovative and single-minded and, head in the clouds. But this person is just using your grounding energy to justify their lofty energy and their dreamy energy, where this young air sign embraces your grounding energy, and you guys can build together. So it's really going to show you the dichotomy between the two energies, and you're going to realize, okay, it's way better with the young air sign, not so much with the older one, okay? Love you guys so much. As always, if you want a personalized reading, my details are below, and I use astrology and numerology in all my tarot readings. Hope you guys have an amazing month. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, show me love, equal exchange of energy, right? Bye, Virgos, and I will see you next month.